are so many. Yes. February is a special month. I mean, as we all know, Reggae Month and Black History Month. But time is moving, and I guess we just have to embrace it and just try to be safe as we look forward to each and every day and give thanks that we are above earth as we wake up each and every morning. We have our special guest speaker this evening, Mr. Michael McNaughton, this evening join us, and we're looking forward to hear from him. But to move along with the program, though, I'll ask PE Junior to do the welcome and introduction of members and visiting clubs and SLPs at this time. PE Junior?
Yes, good night, President Paul, and good night to all that are with us tonight at this meeting, this evening. Our special guest tonight, as President Paul has mentioned before, is Mr. McNaughton, the Managing Director of Amber Group of Companies, and he will be sharing with us tonight Localized Crowd Funding Solution that Kiwanis Club could benefit from. So I'm sure we'll be looking forward for that talk tonight with us. As usual, we'll just start with those Kiwanians that are overseas and that are with us tonight. I'll now give you the opportunity to bring greetings and, if possible, introduce your delegations. So we'll start with those Kiwanians that are overseas. Kiwanians overseas. Then we'll come home. If not, we'll come home then and go to Division 25. Division 25. Division
Good night,
25.
fellow. Good
Hi,
night,
how
fellow
are you
Kiwanians
tonight?
and guests. Not too bad, thank you. This is DS Christine from Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz. Happy to be
Good.
here with you.
And we are happy to have you with us tonight.
Thank you.
Any other from Division 25? Division 24? Division 24. Are there any others that would like to bring greetings from Division 24? If not, we'll move to 23 East.
Hi, good evening. This is President Simone from the Kiwanis Club of Worthington, Kingston. Presently, there are two of us in my delegation. And
Right.
we want to wish a very, very happy birthday to DLG Willie coming from the Worthington family. And we're looking
Right.
forward to an exciting meeting. Thank you.
And thank you for attending as well. Division 24, 23 East, that is, sorry. 23 East. 23 West. If not, we'll move to a...
Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
This is President Yvette from the Kiwanis Club of the First City. And currently we have online 3 members, myself, DLG Christine, and VP Rena. And we hope
5 of us online, Press. 5 of us. There's
what are the other 2,
Lorette,
DLG?
Lorette and Vandeline are also on. 5 of us.
Thank you, Kiwani and Lorette and Kiwani and Vanderlei. So far, 5 of us. Thank you, DLG Christine, and we're expecting others to join. We look forward to a very informative meeting, and we're happy for the invitation.
And thank you for coming, President. We are happy to have you with us tonight, and your delegation, that is. 23 Central.
Good evening, everyone. This is VP Pat from the Kiwanis Club of Constant Spring. I have 5 persons in my delegation to include DGE PAM and 3 prospects, but we're expecting others. Thank you. Looking forward to the meeting.
And we certainly welcome you at our meeting tonight. 23 Central.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you. I am Kiwani Eurydice from the Kiwanis Club of 23 Central, online. And
Okay.
currently, we have a delegation of just 2 of us, but I'm sure others will join pretty soon. Nonetheless, we plan on having a very informative meeting to enjoy your meeting, and thank you for the invite. Thank you.
All right, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
We certainly welcome you tonight. 23 Central. If not, we go to our SLP groups.
A pleasant good evening, everyone. This is President Arena from the Dunoon Park Technical High School Key Club. With me, I have LG Giselle Reed, FA Aldis Douglas, FA Duval Cousins, and 2 other clubbers whilst awaiting more members. It is always a pleasure to be here, and we do give thanks for the invitation.
Yes, thank you, President, and it's always a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, President Joshua.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is President Joshua Brown from the Mike University College Circle K International Club, and I currently have online with me about 4 club members, and the others are on their way. We're looking forward to a wonderful meeting, and I just want to wish DLG William a happy birthday today. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. SLP groups. Any other SLP that would like to bring greeting at this time? Then we'll move to our non-Kiwanians. I know that there are a few of them that are online. Non-Kiwanians would like to bring greeting at this point. What about others on the line with us? Other Kiwanians that are on the line with us. Any other would like to bring greetings at this point in time? Okay, thank you all for coming, and I just hand back over to President Paul to continue with proceedings. Thank you, President Paul. Hello?
Yes, thank you very much, Adrian. Yeah. I want to welcome. I see Joan Bernard amongst the participants. I'm not sure if it's the same Joan Bernard that I'm familiar with. Let us move to the apologies for absence. I've not received any apologies. Secretary DLG Willie, did you receive any?
No, I didn't receive any, President Paul.
Okay, yes, thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Willie.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, but before we move to the recognition of birthdays and anniversaries, as we all know, today is DLG Willie's birthday, and I have a surprise for him, so I'm going to call in our SLP. Giselle. Giselle?
Good evening, everyone. So, Uncle Willie, on behalf of Key Club Jamaica Division 1, we just want to wish you a happy birthday and many more prosperous years to come. And I dedicate this song specifically to you on your special day. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Lord, turn his face towards you and give you peace. Oh, Lord, bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Lord, turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen. 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 send revival. Lord, send it now. Move of your spirit, heaven break out. Come now with power, cover this land. You've done it before, would you do it again? Lord, send revival. Lord, send it now. Move of your spirit, heaven break out. Come now with power, cover this land. You've done it before, would you?
So Giselle, where's the happy birthday?
Saturday.
Yes, thank you very much, Giselle, for that
President
beautiful.
Paul, she's not actually through, you know, she's in transit, and I'm suspecting that maybe she lost.
Connectivity.
Yes, I suspect she probably either maybe a telephone call came in or she lost internet access. But she was actually gonna be going into the birthday part, so I don't know if she'll get to rejoin. All right.
Okay, then. Thank you very much, Effie Aldi, for
Let
that.
me apologize for that, but DLG Willie, she really wanted to bless you on your birthday. And you know, she has special love for you, DLG. So hopefully she'll get to rejoin, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Effie Aldi.
Yes. Okay, let us move to the recognition of birthdays and anniversaries. And I'm going to ask VP Newton to do the honors.
Good evening, everyone. I have a big, this evening I have a big surprise announcement. I'm pretty sure everybody will be surprised. Today is DLG Willie's birthday. First, that's the first you're hearing that, right? So everybody should be surprised. All right. In addition to DLG Willie, who is celebrating his birthday today, you have Kiwanian Dimitri Mitchell, one of our new Kiwanians who celebrated his birthday yesterday on the 31st. So happy birthday, sir. And we also have Kiwanian Errol Hudson and Edna, who is the wife of Kiwanian Garth Wright, who both celebrate their birthday on the 6th of February. That's it for us for this week. If there's anyone who's celebrating any birthday, any special occasion, please let us know so we can share with you. Anyone? Don't be intimidated by the fact that DLG Willie's birthday is today. No one? Okay, back to you, President Paul.
Yes, thank you very much, VP Newton. We'll have our Kiwanis education segment by our birthday secretary, DLG Willie.
Thank you very much, President Paul. Good evening, fellow Kiwanians, guests, members of our SLP program. Let me first express my appreciation to Lieutenant Governor Giselle for that beautiful rendition and the many happy birthday greetings and blessings I have received today. Thank you too, President Simone. You have all made my day. Thanks again. Tonight, well, last week, we looked at the history and structure of Kiwanis. I'm just going to take a section from the book, The History of Jamaica, which was written by Patrick Bryan, which I'm sure you'll all find interesting. Kiwanis is a voluntary and can be very expensive for members who have to meet club, divisional, district, and international financial obligations, and expects its members to labor altruistically for the welfare of the disadvantaged. partly because satisfaction lies on a spiritual, moral, and ethical plane. Kiwanis offers moral, not material incentives, and symbolically recognizes the outstanding activity of members who successfully promote Kiwanis ideas. The major recognition of a club president is award of the title Distinguished President, which is earned if the club is so designated. To be distinguished, clubs must achieve the criteria set each year by Kiwanis International. If the club receives the Distinguished Club Award, the secretary is awarded Distinguished Secretary status. There are national and international awards, district and division awards, including the Governor's Ribbon, the highest quarterly award in the district, the Lieutenant Governor's Ribbon, Club Bulletin Awards, Diamond, and other awards, Distinguished Club Awards, Marketing Kiwanis Awards, Outstanding Sponsor Awards, and the New Service Leadership Programs, as well as numerous manufacturers for outstanding service projects. Bronze, silver, and gold medals are awarded on basis of number of members recruited. Between 1976 and 1978, Distinguished Lieutenant Governor Lloyd Diston Sr., Leonard Chan, Carlton Levy, and Victor Williams were recommended for life membership status by Division 23 in recognition of their leadership. While it was agreed that the division would provide future lieutenant governors with the award, regrettably, this practice did not continue within Division 23 beyond the early 80s. However, the status of life member can be used by a club to honor its president or other club member, and divisionally, its lieutenant governor may apply to honor a governor or past governor. Since 2004, awards have been designated by the Kiwanis Foundation of Jamaica in honor of Jamaican Kiwanians. They are Godfrey Dyer, 2004, the first non-North American to serve as president of the Kiwanis International Foundation, and Frank Elhedo, in 2006, the president of the Kiwanis Club in Jamaica. At the time of the formation of Kiwanis in the early 20th century, only men were admitted to membership. However, the progress of the 20th century saw a determined march of women, partly encouraged by feminism, towards equitable treatment under law, removal of disparities in income based on gender, a provision for equal opportunity in education, and thanks in part to the suffragette movement towards the removal of barriers of political participation. As women advanced along the professional road and became more integrated in the workforce, taking up employment, which had only been the exclusive domain of men, they ceased to be passive citizens. The decision to include women formally in Kiwanis was an international initiative in 1987. So the effort of women to become an independent organization force within Kiwanis started just after World War II with the agitation of Mrs. Wilson Wallace. By March 1951, there were 9 women's clubs denominated KYs, which in 1965 became KYs National, and then KYs International, as the idea of gender equality gained momentum. Fellow Kiwanis and guests, as Kiwanis Education this evening. Over to you, President Paul.
Yes, thank you very much, DLG Willie, for that dedicated session, taking us down memory lane. We'll have DP Chris to do the introduction of our guest speaker. DP Chris.
Thank you, President Paul. Fellow Kiwanians, visitors, and guests, this is certainly my pleasure this evening to introduce our distinguished guest speaker. Our guest speaker, Michael McNaughton, is the managing director of the Amber Group of Companies, with 10 discrete lines of business offered in 30 countries worldwide. He boasts over 30 years executive management experience in information technology, product and business development, and wealth management, Up to 2018, he was the group vice president of Grace Kennedy Money Services Division. Michael holds an MBA in finance from Manchester Business School, and he sits on various boards in the Jamaica financial sector, including the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Money Masters Limited. He's also chairman of Money Masters Real Estate and Infrastructure Investment Limited, and is representative on several of the board's subcommittees, including audit and investment committees. Michael serves as the vice chairman of the board of St. Jago High School. And like us, he's a service-oriented person, as he is an active Rotarian. He could have done better, but we'll accept him as a Rotarian. And has served as president and director of the Rotary Club of Spanish Town, as well as district secretary of Rotary District 7020. Fellow Kiwanians, kindly welcome our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Michael McNaughton. Michael, it's your time.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thanks for that introduction. I look forward to fellowshipping and spending some time with the Kiwanians, President Paul, and members of your Kiwanis Club, other visiting Kiwanians and guests. Good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, am I able to share?
Yes.
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 You're a co-host, so you can share your screen.
Okay. Are you all seeing my screen?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. So let me preface this presentation by just speaking a little bit about this particular initiative. So it actually started in late 2019, where my St. Jago High School actually asked me to assist them in terms of creating a technological vehicle that would enable past students of St. Jago from all over the world to make donations for some of my school projects. It's a challenge that we've had over the years, because at the end of the day, wire transfers are expensive. Getting checks in the mail, it takes forever for those checks to clear. So it's one of those things that created challenges for us at St. Jago. It also created challenges for me as a Rotarian and a number of other organizations of which I'm a part. So that's where it started. We actually started at Amber to build an application for St. Jago. And midstream, in terms of the scoping and the development, we thought we would take it wider afield to basically enable other organizations who are having similar challenges to participate in this kind of technological innovation, somewhat new to our markets, not necessarily new to other markets, but that's really where it started. So let me get straight into this presentation, and I'll try to just go through as quick as possible to enable as much time as possible for questions. So Amber Fund Me is actually the name that we coined for this initiative, and I'll start by showing a very short video.
Your simple act of kindness can make a big difference in the lives of Jamaicans. Amber Fund Me is Jamaica's newest crowdfunding platform, on a mission to empower businesses and social enterprises to reach their goals and to aid them in their mission of impacting the world. We are a general-purpose crowdfunding platform that accepts all types of campaigns, including schooling and education, community development, small business development, and more. All with access to donors from across the world. Get the help you need from your community to fund your dreams and to make a difference. Join the movement and sign up today with amberfundme.com. Spreading kindness and impacting the world, one community at a time.
Okay, so that basically puts it in context, but let's get to the fundamentals. What is crowdfunding? I mean, most of you would appreciate crowdfunding is basically a form of alternative finance. It's a technique that organizations use by soliciting small sums of money from large numbers of people. One of the most successful crowdfunding campaigns was actually President Obama. That's actually what he used in terms of, raising funds to finance his campaign. I mean, it actually was a lot of small donations that enabled him to fund it. It begins when a campaigner recognizes a need or a desire that requires greater financial support than his resources he can contact with. Service organizations like Rotary and Kiwanis would reach out to the businesses in our various communities, would have our members and the Key Club and all of these associated organizations assisting in that kind of fundraising campaign. And typically, that's how we actually have successfully funded most of our projects. COVID-19 makes it a little more challenging, but the fact still remains that our service organizations today have pretty much gotten to where they are to that type of funding support. Supporters of these campaigns will donate money until the predetermined goal is fulfilled and the reward is obtained. This money is then subsequently used by the campaigner to achieve their aim. We all know the phrase, one cocoa actually will fill a basket. So that is what crowdfunding is actually aiming to do. Amber FundMe, as I said, it's a solution that was developed by Amber Innovations, which is the development arm of the Amber Group. As Chris indicated, we're a global technology company. And we are actually, like service organizations, we were actually founded on core humanitarian values in 2015. That's only 6 years ago. We're based in Jamaica, and our operations span approximately 30 countries today. With a philosophy of enabling the greater social good through technology, the company has developed a track record for innovative solutions to address challenges and opportunities across businesses, across service organizations in our digital world. Amber FundMe is one such solution which tries to address the issue of providing organizations with accessible and responsible digital support in order to generate donations for economic and social benefits. How does it work? Well, I spoke earlier about some of the targeted organizations, but in essence, organizations that will find this tool useful are like your service clubs. So we have Kiwanis, we have Rotary, we have the Lions, we have Optimists, or tertiary and secondary learning institutions, past student associations. There are a number of community-based social organizations as well, who actually have already reached out, and we are going through the process of authenticating them and their needs. So it actually starts with a campaigner and their needs, right? So they basically would determine what their needs are, how long the campaign should last, how much funds they require, and they will, launch the campaign. Donations will actually be made by persons interested in donating from all over the world, and then the project is actualized. Multiple benefits of crowdfunding. I won't even go into this because I think we can all appreciate them, but it's convenient. It's a great alternative to other means of financing. The decision-making rests actually with the campaigner in terms of how long the campaign should last, how much money he wants to raise, who his target market is. It also basically generates momentum, and it allows you to connect to new networks through social media and all that type of thing. We spoke earlier about the extent to which our traditional methods of fundraising was pretty much our primary connections that we come in touch with, on a daily basis. Organizations who sponsored us over the years, our members and their own connections. With crowdfunding, you actually are able to expand the reach of your network quite significantly through social media and the like. So it's a more efficient method of fundraising than your traditional methods. Traction, it's easy to validate. You can actually, 5 years down the road, you can come back and check and see exactly who the funds were raised from. You can target donators for subsequent types of campaigns. It attracts our early adopters, persons like me who've been in Rotary since the late 90s. We might not be using things like Instagram and Twitter and all of these new social tools as much as the early adopters. So our Rotaractors, our Interactors, our Key Club persons, they are early adopters, and they will use a lot of these social media tools, a lot more than persons like Chris. So our vision at Amber, and it's a vision that actually extends to our campaigners, is to utilize technology and ultimately to create a social good. Our mission to help businesses and social enterprises continue to make a positive effect on the world. The strategy is to provide cutting edge technology. And then our goal is to bridge the gap between entities and the crowdfunders to provide social and economic good within the Jamaican society and beyond. Sorry, I went a little too fast. One minute. So why should you use Amber Fund Me for your projects? It's a one-size-fits-all platform. So the projects can be as small as $10,000 US. You set the rules, or alternatively, it can be a large project of millions of dollars. We have actually started to have discussions with the Jamaica Stock Exchange to enable organizations to actually morph from Amber Fund Me in terms of funding their projects to getting listed on the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, because the stock exchange also has a listed company that enables institutions to raise funds in a similar fashion. It's just that the scale is a lot larger. So we're actually working with them to actually look at synergies between both organizations. As a campaigner, you can get your campaign off the ground for free, literally. All of the data technology, etc., was actually funded by my organization. And when a donor actually donates, we actually will also allow them to accumulate reward points that they can donate to other campaigns later on. We have also, and we're working through the details with them, we've also committed to donate some funds to Crime Stop from the fees associated with the fundraising activities. Because I mean, as I said, ultimately, we're also interested in contributing to the social good. How does it work? As far as the campaigner is concerned, he just has to build a profile for his organization, add photographs, short videos, whatever it takes to facilitate community conversations in your own space. You can keep track of the progress of your campaign because there are all types of dashboards on the platform where you can see how close you are to achieving your goal. And as I said, the donors will earn points and can contribute the reward points that they have accumulated to either the same campaign or to other campaigns that they have a connection with. And the technology also allows both donors and campaigners to share active campaigns on any social media site, whether it's the Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or any one of them. So it is a lot easier to get the word out through social media by virtue of how we've created those linkages. For the donor can use his profile to see all the active campaigns that are available. He will also see all the campaigns that he has donated to. And as I said earlier, he will receive reward points for every single donation he makes, which can go towards a future campaign. So in closing, we invite Jamaicans in the first instance, because we're a global company, we'll take it wider afield. But I think that we have identified that as a Jamaican company, there are causes here that need support. Some of them are through our service organizations. Others are actually community-based. And ultimately, they will all augur well for the development of our country. So I invite you to join the movement. Thank you very much. President Paul, I will now open up for questions if there are any.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. McNaughton. Certainly, the floor is open for questions from our participants. You could just indicate your show of hand to have it done in an orderly manner.
And then we can stop that from.
Yes.
Long shall be below a cross.
President Camille. Yes, and the floor is open for questions by anyone.
Hi, Michael. I'll just go first.
Okay, I see one.
In
Okay,
terms of yes, in terms of the process itself, I wasn't sure if you could just walk us through in a little bit more detail what the organization that is seeking the funding needs to do, just in a little bit more detail.
Okay, all right, Stuart. So in essence, our only involvement in that process is just trying to ascertain that the organization that's seeking to raise funds is a duly registered body. So there are some registration particulars that we would require. I mean, if it's a service organization, you know, your charter would typically suffice. But for other types of organizations, their incorporation document or their status as a charity or things like that, we actually require that such an organization should actually be at least 1 year old. And you know, by virtue of that, we would do our own internal and external due diligence checks, pretty much to authenticate the organization. Having done that, the portal would be open to the organization for them to post pictures, for them to post the project plan, for them to post videos, for them to post testimonials, anything that they want, that they think would actually appeal to donors who they want to make a pitch to. So outside of that initial authentication of the organization, it actually is an open slate for the organization in terms of what they want to put forward to that target market who they're interested in appealing to make donations.
Okay, one little follow-up. We actually, I mean, our club, we actually have registered as a charity. Yes. We got through that hurdle. But a lot of Kiwanis clubs, I don't think have necessarily, not necessarily achieved that status. Yes. But you are not saying though that if they're not a registered charity, that they couldn't participate. You're not saying that.
Man, by no means. No, they don't have to be a registered charity. I made reference to their charter, meaning that they are a recognized Kiwanis club. And that in and of itself would be adequate.
Okay, thank you.
The President Audrey from Kiwanis Club of Papi New Tech. Go ahead, President Audrey.
Yes, good evening, thank you. I am just wondering what his thoughts are, and I do not know if it was mentioned, about registration of a club. Registration of a club as a charity, as opposed to, is it, I think, a service club? What is the difference? What are the advantages or disadvantages, if any? And a Kiwanis Club, which would be the best option in terms of registration of the club?
Okay, so that's probably a question for President Paul or a member of the Kiwanis Club.
Yeah, that's not really a question for our guest speaker. If we want to keep the focus on the presentation, he just said that you don't have to be a registered charity to access the fund, to access the platform. So if you are a member of a Kiwanis Club, if you are part of a Kiwanis Club, you can use this platform. It wouldn't be appropriate to us to go through what you need to do to become a registered charity tonight. You could speak with any of us afterwards, and we could give you some guidance.
Yes, I'll just put my number in the chat and she can contact me tomorrow.
Okay, DP Richard. Thank you very much, DP Richard.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'll yield to Kiwana Eurydice, followed by DP Dervin, and then we end with DP Earl. Kiwana Eurydice.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, President Peart. So my question is, how is this different from the GoFundMe? With the GoFundMe, I know that individuals are able to access the platform and request donations from other individuals. Does this Amber crowdfunding, does it allow for that, for individuals to access the platform and accept donations or give donations?
Okay, so our initial mandate is really to organizations as against individuals, right? So to your point, GoFundMe actually allows individuals to create their own campaigns to raise funds.
Correct.
But that is a little more difficult to manage. And as a result of that, we've actually decided that we will stay within the organizational space as against the individual space. The question as to what is the primary difference between our crowdfunding solution and say GoFundMe is that ours is localized in Jamaica. In the case of GoFundMe, the settlement is typically into a bank account domiciled in the US or into a PayPal account or something like that. Whereas with our solution, it being a localized solution, it can be settled very easily into your local bank account here in Jamaica, right? And by virtue of it being localized here, we actually are also trying to kind of limit the campaigns to campaigns that are specific to Jamaica. Even if we take the solution wider afield, we will have instances for campaigns outside of Jamaica. So you will not have the Jamaican instance with a lot of campaigns from all over the world that are not necessarily relevant to our situation. So in a nutshell, it really is primarily the settlement and your ability to get settled in your Jamaican bank account, which doesn't even have to be an e-commerce account, which you would need if you're gonna go and do e-commerce over your own website. Any single bank account at all would enable us to settle within that bank account.
So I'm living overseas. Can I deposit money into that source?
Yes, you can, because it basically is open to everybody who has any kind of debit or credit card, Visa or MasterCard enabled. So one of the benefits that we've also put in place is that persons can schedule their donations. Because I mean, a lot of our stakeholders, whether who are supportive of Kiwanis or supportive of a specific high school, would easily be able to commit $10 per month. And they can actually schedule it and forget about it. So we've also built that capability where the donor can schedule it and every single month it's actually charged to their card.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you very much, Kiwanis UDC. I'll go to the DP Dervin.
Thank you, President. I must confess that this is a very excellent idea. What I'd like to know, well, all I need to do is to write good projects and put them up on there. I'd just like to know what they can get money through organizations. No, it's true, Kiwanis. No worry. It will be true, Kiwanis. We just need a good projects and with good project ideas for funding. What's the cost of managing the funding through your organization?
All right, so for charitable organizations like Kiwanis, it works out at 6% of the collections. And let me put that in context. If you have a point of sale terminal at your club collecting, from persons' credit cards, invariably you're paying anywhere from 3 to 5% to the bank. So that 6% is pretty much all inclusive, covering the bank processing fees and the gateway fees and the fraud checks and all of that type of thing. But it's an all encompassing cost. And it also allows me to manage the platform.
Excellent. You will hear from us.
Thank you very much, DP Dervin. I see DP Earl.
Yes, thank you, President Paul. Michael has actually answered a few of the questions. To clear my ear, as for my school, I would be interested in introducing them to it, and I know we just have to contact your company.
Yes.
An unrelated thing, I just wanted to mention that to you personally, I think I knew your father,
Oh, that's
from
awesome.
from Stony Hill days, and I don't think any of you were born.
No, we were born when he was at Stony Hill, man.
Okay, great to hear. Yeah, man. Both Stuart and I were in Stony Hill in those early days, so I knew your father quite well. And then, of course, things have changed.
Yeah.
So good to see the progress of friends of family from a long time.
All right, thanks a lot.
And I know your company also has something about some tracking systems and so on.
Yes, Amber Connect is actually a vehicle tracking solution that we offer here as well. And I mean, that actually is probably one of those solutions that we're quite proud of.
Yes. I was supposed to respond to something some time ago. I haven't done so yet. Actually, I'm sure I'm nearing retirement though. But it's an interesting thing. And I think I'm going to mention this to my alma mater.
Awesome.
Of course,
great.
that's KC.
I won't hold it against you.
You're gonna have to interject that.
Thank you.
President Paul, one of the things that I always say is
President Paul.
He's talking.
If my past students from St. Jago High School had 20% of the vibes and the attitude of the 40 past students, I tell you, man, we would be so much further down the road.
Yes, we understand. Good, we appreciate that. Thank you for a good presentation.
Yes. Okay. I see two more. I see two more hands up, and I mean,
President Paul.
Yes, DP Stewart.
I'm gonna say President Paul.
Yes, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Okay. When the questions are finished, I think it would be nice to give Michael a minute or two just to give us an idea of the company overall, because you know there may be other services that he offers that we might be interested in. But
Yes.
after the questions.
Yes, I was about to ask him to do so as well. Thank you very much for that gentle reminder. But let me just see if President Audrey has a follow-up question. If not, I will yield to DLG Christine, and I'll end by asking Kiwanis and Christine from Santa Cruz Club with your question. President Audrey, is it a follow-up question you have? I see your hand is raised. If not, I lowered it. And DLG Christine.
Thank you, President Paul. I just want to be clear, Mr. McNaughton, as it relates to the cost. Is there an upfront cost? Say, if I want to be on this platform, is there an upfront fee or so that we have to pay?
No.
And secondly, the 6% on transaction, is it something that will happen at the end when we have completed the funds that we expect to get, or is it paid periodically on funds that come in?
Okay, so depending on the life of your project, you can actually make a determination as to when you want to draw down funds. So you can decide that, all right, I will leave the funds within the ecosystem until the end of the project, particularly if it's a short project. Or alternatively, you could decide that I want to draw down the funds every month, every 2 weeks. The 6% would actually be taken out at source. So we would settle with you net of that 6%.
Okay, got it, yes. And there's no upfront.
There is no upfront cost.
Thank you. Your sister used to be at our club in the early days at first.
Oh, yes, Carol, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, but a lot of familiar familiarity with our participants, Mr. McNaughton. That's very good.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Kiwanis and Christine. I see your hand is up.
Good night, Mr. McNaughton. Could you kindly post the contact info for Amber Group again, please? Email address and phone number.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. McNaughton. Yes, we did ask for an overview of the services that your group has to offer. In the future, we could share with us those other services so that our wider membership can take note of.
Okay, all right. So the company is split pretty much between two divisions. There is Amber Connect, which is the security and vehicle tracking solution. I mean, what that typically involves is there is a device that's put in your car. There is a very user-friendly application that is on your phone. You can shut down your car. You can track your car. You can actually track your fuel consumption. You can basically, set parameters in terms of, there's a shield. So when the vehicle comes home, it actually arms itself. You get a notification if it's being towed. You get a notification if your vehicle is moving when it's not supposed to move. That capability is also extended to fleets. And fleets actually find it very useful because there are a lot of capabilities in terms of, you can limit which driver actually drives a particular vehicle. You can limit the route that your truck driver is supposed to take. And if he deviates from that route, you get a notification. So it is a very technologically oriented solution. And what we try to do is every 2 or 3 months, we refresh it and add new features. It actually is offered across 30 countries across the world, including USA through Best Buy and BrandSmart and all of these large retailers. So that's the Amber Connect, which is the vehicle security arm of my business.
That's the expensive part.
No, I wouldn't call it expensive. It's not very expensive at all. When you purchase the device in the first instance, you actually are getting the first year free. And then on its anniversary, you just renew it. But no, man, it's cheap, man. Chris can give you all the money you need.
Yeah, using my name very, very carelessly tonight, though, Michael.
I check him.
The other division is really about Amber Innovation, which is our development arm. We have 300 developers on payroll in India. And that is the arm that we actually we're working with the Ministry of Education, who have agreed to introduce coding in all of our public primary and high schools. So that's a collaboration that I'm very proud of, because we actually think that our students have to be exposed to the concept of technology from a very early age. We're also partnering with the Heart Trust NSTA with a coding academy. Again, there will be certification, and persons between the ages of 18 through 25 can actually participate in that. We did build the Jam COVID application that enabled our government to reopen the country after COVID. I'm actually also very proud of that. And subsequently, 6 other Caribbean islands actually adopted that solution. We worked with them in terms of the vaccination. We launched Travel Pal with the Ministry of Transport recently to allow persons to basically be able to check a taxi, a public passenger vehicle, before going in, to make sure that it is a registered vehicle, to actually establish whether the person driving is actually the person who is supposed to drive. And more importantly, when you enter the vehicle, you can actually send a hyperlink to your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, your son, and he can actually track you from the point of entering the vehicle till you exit. I mean, we launched that about a month ago with the Ministry of Transport, right? You know, what else? Well, it really is a development company. So we have built solutions, both for ourselves. Amber Fund Me is one of our proprietary solutions. Amber Pay is another proprietary solution. We'll be launching a marketplace in very short order, somewhat similar to Amazon, using our own proprietary payment tool, so that small businesses don't have to go out there and worry about building and maintaining a website. They can pretty much put all of their goods in this marketplace. And then we do a lot of development for large corporations, the banks, the insurance companies, and the like.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. McNaughton, for that comprehensive overview. I'm sure members of the club and other participants will in fact contact you to see how best we can leverage your services going forward. But to do the official vote of thanks, I'm going to call on Kiwani and Dr. Andrew Bertner to do the honors.
And before Kiwani and Andrew starts, we should also thank Mr. McNaughton. I mean, he left his Rotary Club meeting tonight so that he could be with us.
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, well, we're very grateful that you yield to us.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. McNaughton.
Thank you.
As someone obviously with a heart for community service and for fundraising, being a Rotarian yourself, we really appreciated how engaging you were, how knowledgeable you were. You shared with us concepts that, well, were new to some of us. You taught us about localized crowdfunding, and you taught us a lot about the different services that the Amber Group offers. And we appreciate the knowledge. We appreciate learning modern ways to fundraise and to stay on the cutting edge. You know, as a very traditional club, we tend to do things how we've always been doing it. And we appreciate the new perspectives and the new routes that you've shared. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Do we have a certificate of appreciation, BP Stewart?
Yes, I had I'll put it up in a minute.
Okay then.
Okay, I got that.
Yes. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yes, here it is.
Yes, Kiwanis and Andrew.
Yeah.
Present to you this club on behalf of the certificate on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, Mr. McNaughton.
Thank you very much.
We hope to get it to you, the physical copy at a later time.
That's great. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate the time spent with you guys this evening.
Yes, thank you very much again, Mr. McNaughton. Well appreciated.
Okay, all right. So I will sign up now.
You sign up for the Kiwanis Club of Kingston?
No, I'm
He's trying to get the last part of his Rotary meeting.
Oh, his Rotary meeting. Okay.
I think he said sign off. Sign off.
Sign off. I didn't hear correctly.
President Paul.
Yes.
President Paul, before Mr. McNaughton goes, sorry, I had another meeting, so I just came on late. This is P.E. Letner. Mr. McNaughton, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your presentation, but from the question being asked and your explanation from the question, I would like to, in fact, I just sent a text to the principal of Clarendon College. I'd like to introduce what from what I've heard to the principal. So could you put your number so I could ask Mr. Wilson to give you a call and you could explain more to him?
I can do that.
Thank you. Since Mr. Earl talking about Casey.
Yes.
Since Mr. Earl talking about Casey and Clarendon College beat Casey.
Yeah, man. Mr. McNaughton had told us about it. He said Jago at the beginning, so I think it was useful. Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Take care.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care, Stuart.
Yes, we'll now have our Saturday.
Okay, Michael.
DP Earl, over to you.
Wow. I was hoping tonight was a business meeting in a way because I'm not so sure of my audience, but I've been looking for DP Marcel and I'm not sure he's here. Have we seen him? Because we have to find him horribly because of his wrong designation of our DLG on his birthday, writing DOG William. I mean, how could he do such a thing? If he's not here tonight, he's going to be double next week.
Yes, yes.
And let us just take hold of that. You know, he's going to blame quick fingers, but so he should have tried to delete it, and then we'll see that it was a mistake, but he didn't. So we wonder if he was seeking an opportunity to call our DLG. You know, that's bad. I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, I said, DLG Gerthlin, and I know she suspects my borderline things, but we are all big people. This one is a tricky one. Can you all hear me? I take it for granted.
Yes, we're hearing you.
At a winery, good. At a winery, the regular taster died, and the director started looking for a new one to hire. A drunkard with a ragged, dirty look came in to apply for the position. The director of the winery wondered how to send him away. He gave him a glass to drink. The drunk tried it and said, it's a muscat, 3 years old, grown on a north slope, matured in steel containers, low grade, but acceptable. That's correct, said the boss. Another glass. This is a Cabernet, 8 years old, a southwestern slope, oak barrels, matured at 8 degrees. Requires 3 more years for the finest results. Correct. A third glass is passed to him. Oh, this is a Pinot Blanc, champagne. High grade and exclusive, the drunk said calmly. The director was astonished. He winked at his secretary, secretly suggesting something. She left the room and came back with a glass of urine. The alcoholic tried it. Oh, it's a blonde, 26 years old, 3 months pregnant. And if I don't get the job, I name the father. I won't give you any more tonight, so that you will remember this one.
That is some skill.
You taste
Oh, my
anything.
Yes. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
that's it for, I think that's enough for one night, President.
Yes, it is. Yes. We'll have our notices and announcements by Secretary DLG Willie, and I'll ask other participants if they have any to do, so put it in the chat. Secretary DLG Willie, over to you.
Thank you, President Paul. Fellow Kiwanis, just a reminder, this coming Saturday, February the 5th, we will be completing the painting of the Seaview Gardens Police Station in collaboration with our Michael Circle K. Project begins at 10 o'clock. Reminder, next week, Monday, board meeting, starting at 7 o'clock. And on the divisional notice, DCM, the Q2 DCM is March the 20th. Please note your diaries. That begins at 9. And the district convention registration is now open. That runs
Hey,
from
my mic is,
August
look,
20th.
watch. My mic is open here. Oh, shucks.
Yes, sorry for the interruption, DLG. You can continue.
District convention runs from August 19th to the 21st. That's in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Regarding interclubs, I don't have none at this time, or I will send out a schedule for the remainder of the week tomorrow morning on our WhatsApp group. Thank you, Paul. You may want now to answer the other guests if they wish to make an announcement.
Yes, thank you very much, DLG Willie. Well, I asked that it be placed in the chat. I'm not seeing any. But if there are any, okay. DLG Christine from the Kiwanis Club of the First City, together with Greater Portmore and GC Foster Circle will be having a blood drive on 19th of February. We welcome contributors to our project. Thank you very much, DLG Christine. And could you, the blood drive, the location, I guess you'll send it in a flyer so we can know the details of the venue. Okay, at this time we'll move to the thought for the week, followed by the adjournment of our meeting. DP Stewart.
Yes. Thank you, President Paul. I was just trying to, okay, good. Yes, I have two thoughts. The first one, it is easier to catch an escaped horse than to take back an escaped word. And the second one is education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. So those are my two thoughts for the week.
Yes. Thank you very much, DP Stewart. Yes, I'm gonna ask, yes, DLG Willie.
Did LG Giselle come back on?
No, I'm not seeing her. I've been checking, but I'm not seeing her at all. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna ask one. Yes,
she's still in transit. She's now living in Linstead. So she's still in transit heading, but she said she sang to DLG Willie today, and she's going to do an audio of her dedication and send to me to send it to you, and you will share it, or she will send it straight to DLG Willie, but she will also send it to me for you to share it in your WhatsApp group. So when she gets home, she will do her audio and send it.
Boy.
She's still in transit, so she lost connection.
President Paul.
Yes, P. Letner. Yes. How are you?
I am blessed. I am good. You know, DLG.
All the call last week down to Jamaica.
Listen to me now. And it coming Thursday again. Me tired. Me come home. I'm not send one plane for me not do.
Yes.
Today's DLG Willie's birthday. And I know you had your birthday section earlier, but like I said, I was in another meeting. But I have to give DLG Willie my best. And just sing, keep yourself muted, but sing along with me if you know the song. It's a song that made famous by the Honorable Louis Bennett Coverley. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, DGL. Happy birthday, sing along now. Happy birthday, DLG. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, dear G. Willie. Happy birthday. Another time now. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. Kiwanis family, all I wish you. Happy birthday. Unmute yourself and clap him. Clap him, clap him.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, thank you so very much. I'm sure you Yes. Yes, I'm going to ask Kiwanis on this platform to raise your glass.
And I know that's what you don't.
For Kiwanis International and to Jamaica Land We Love. This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is now terminated at 8:21 p.m. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Willie.
Thank you, Brother Roy.
President Paul, you made up for the couple minutes you lost. You